If you've watched my channel for any period of time, you're going to know that I am terrified of heights. But that hasn't stopped me from climbing some ladders and doing some pretty sketchy camps way up in the air. And here are 4 of my favorite camps that take place very high up. This is the first time I've been genuinely scared to do a stealth camp. Hey everybody, if you haven't been here before, my name is Todd Champion and this is Camping with Champion, and tonight I'm going to be stealth camping on the catwalk under a really tall bridge over the Tennessee River. I've got a little bit of a disguise on. Nice radio. It doesn't work at all though, but you know, it's just for looks. So hopefully what is going to happen is my wife, Karika, is going to drive me to the top of this bridge. I'm going to jump out of the truck, hop over the railing or the sidewall, and there's a ladder that you can climb on, and it goes underneath the bridge to a very thin catwalk, and that's where we're going to camp tonight. It's starting to get dark, so I'm going to get my backpack on and we are going to start heading that way. I am super nervous. Oh God. All right, love you. Bye. Gross. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. I'm freaking out. Yeah!
Only 10 seconds.
Gross. Oh, hell no. So I left my stuff up here. Now I got to go back up and get it. I had to come down really fast to get the drone. There are spiders everywhere. Ugh. Oh my gosh. That is the scariest thing that I have ever done, stealth camping, and maybe ever in my whole life. Karika did a great job dropping me off. Thank you, babe. She was really nervous, which is completely understandable because this bridge is on a major highway that goes over the Tennessee River, and the cars are just flying down so fast. So we had to wait for a pretty big break in traffic so that she could pull up, stop on the side, and then let me out. And there is no side. There's just like a little bit of room between the wall of the bridge and the actual roadway. So I'm here. Oh my gosh, I am so freaking relieved. If nobody shows up, let me turn some light on. If nobody shows up in like the next 20 minutes to arrest me, then I'm gonna say that we successfully got in here. Look at this view, guys. That's a long way down to the water. I do not care for heights, so that freaks me out a little bit. And one other thing I've noticed already since I've been down here is the large amount of spiders. Look at this thing. I couldn't get the camera to focus on it, but it is a very large spider. I wasn't expecting this. There's a concrete platform. So what I may do is maybe I put my sleeping mat up here. Here's the drone. I had to get down here super fast to recover the drone too, because I've had it in the air for a while, and when I got it and got it back in, it literally was 10 seconds away from returning to its home location, which is very far off from where I'm at now. So I would have had no way to recover it. So I hopped over the wall, dropped all my stuff on this tiny platform that's up there above the ladder, and then I got down here as quick as possible, and then flew the drone under the bridge back to myself, and then literally grabbed it out of the air just in time too. Okay, sorry, I got off on a tangent there. Yeah, what I was saying was I may just put my sleeping mat up here because I didn't know that this concrete platform was here. I thought there was just this metal grate. So what I was planning to do was just to put my mat on the metal grate, which I still may do because I don't want to roll off that concrete platform. I don't know, but at least I'll have a good spot to cook my supper. So I mean, that's great. I wasn't expecting that. Woo! Man, I am so relieved. That was so nerve-wracking. All right, guys, I'm gonna sit down for a minute, drink some water, and let my nerves calm down a bit because I'm pretty amped up right now. This is gonna be a great night. I brought the new chair that I bought. I talked a little bit about it in last week's video, but I brought it with me. I was kind of worried that the feet would go through the grate. So I was afraid the feet would go through that grate, and so it wouldn't be able to work. So what I did is I brought this piece of cardboard, styrofoam, and I'm going to cut pieces to put under the legs of the chair, and that should give me some stability. It all packs up really small. I've already gotten it out. It's right here, but it all comes in this little bag. Like, it's pretty small for a chair. So yeah, let me get that set up and then I'll check back. You can see I've made like these little platforms for the legs. Hopefully that'll work out, and the only way I can see it not working is if when I sit down in the chair, if my body weight just kind of crushes the legs through to the grate, but I don't know, we'll find out. I've got the seat all put together. There she is. And I'm gonna give it a test sit. Here we go. Easy. It's making some weird sounds, but okay. This feels really good. I think it's gonna hold me up as long as I don't go bouncing around or something. I think it should be fine. This is such a weird feeling to be suspended this high over the water, and then also having cars driving over the top of me nonstop. And I forgot my earplugs, so sleep is going to be very hard to come by tonight, that's for sure. Do you guys hear that? That's how loud it is every time a car drives over the top. There was like a 5-second break there though, so I think traffic could possibly be slowing down a bit. Actually, you know what? I think I need to get this vest off because there are like lake police. What do you call water police? I never really thought about it, but there are definitely cops in boats. Are they just called boat cops? There's definitely cops in boats around here, and I've got a giant light shining on myself with a huge reflective vest. So, oh, freaking bird flew by and scared me. The least I could do is take this reflective vest off, and maybe that'll be a little stealthy. I'm just hoping, honestly, that no cops come by any moment where I'm filming myself. Be pretty hard for them to get me down from here, though. Oh gosh. Okay, I'm gonna get this. Oh man, also I forgot a bag in the truck when Karika dropped me off, and it had my Gatorade, an energy drink, but the most important thing is that it had my pullover and a pair of insulated pants, because it is supposed to drop in the low 50s tonight. And I brought the smallest sleeping bag I have, which means it is also the least insulated sleeping bag. I think it says it's good to like 50 to 60 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know how much that is Celsius. But I would rather have too much clothing to stay warm than not enough. So that sucks. That's already two things I've forgotten. So maybe forgetting with Champion is back. Last week was a fluke. I brought everything I needed. Didn't forget a single thing, but hey, can't win them all. Okay, so my cardboard pad for the chair has already failed, but I did bring a cheap tarp, and I folded that up a few times and put it under there, and that seems to be working. I just made a terrifying discovery. This catwalk moves. It literally like sways when 18-wheelers go over the top of it, and that freaked me out the first time it happened. I mean, I guess I should have known, but that is super scary, especially when you're not expecting it. I should have known, but man, that caught me off guard. I don't think this is going to be a very fun night at all. It's really cool though, just to be up here above the water. I'm already getting cold, so I called my wife, Karika, and she is going to bring me my bag with my pullover and insulated pants. So that's really good. I'm going to have to climb back up the ladder in the dark. That's a little scary, and she's going to slow down, and I'm going to grab the bag from her, hop back over the concrete barrier, and climb back down the ladder. I'm not going to film myself climbing up and down the ladder because, like I said, it's really dark, and I don't want to have a light shining on myself because that would be super visible from the opposite lane of traffic that goes by. When you're driving on the opposite lane, if you look over to your left, you can actually see the top of the ladder and where it goes under the bridge. So I'm going to try to climb up it without a headlamp or anything like that because I don't want to get spotted. I've already made it under here. I'm safe. I didn't get caught, so I don't really want to do anything to chance it and ruin the camp. But she's bringing me that stuff, and I'm super happy about that because I'm already cold. It's in the 50s, I think, but all I have on is this t-shirt, and the wind is blowing pretty good now, so I'm already freezing. Oh, I do not like spiders. Ugh. There's a lot of them around here too. Karika and Jagger, my oldest son, just dropped this bag off, which has my pullover and insulated pants and my mustard for my food tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and get this pullover on because this wind is very cold. Also some extra socks because Like I said, I brought a pretty thin sleeping bag, so the extra socks will help keep my feet warm tonight. I don't have any hand warmers or anything. I actually have an electric hand warmer at home that Jagger gave me. I just keep forgetting that I even have it, so yeah, I know it's supposed to get cold again next week, so I'll have to break that out. Damn, this bag is tied in a knot. Whew. Ugh. Karika, that was one of your hairs. It almost got in my mouth. Oh, that's much better. You know what? I was gonna go ahead and get my sleeping mat out, but I think maybe I'll wait until after I eat to get that set up. I just remembered that I brought these glow sticks. I'm gonna crack a few of these bad boys. What is that? Oh, strings! Let's go. I'll hang these somewhere, maybe. Get a whole vibe going in here. Heck yeah. Turn the light off so you can see it better. Okay, I'll stop. Look how crazy I look. I look completely insane like this. I'm gonna crack all of these and get some mood lighting going on down here, because it is pitch black dark and I don't want to have to use my headlamp all night every time I move or do anything. I have all of my glow sticks lined up. They're kind of lighting up the catwalk. I don't know how well you can tell, but it actually does light it up a lot, enough to where I can actually see where I'm going. I don't think they give off enough light to where if a cop comes by on a boat, he's gonna see him. Okay, yeah, they probably do. But I'm just hoping that doesn't happen, so. Yeah, I like it. It's a whole new feel up here now, you know? Steve Wallace just released a new video today, so I'm gonna watch that. Then maybe that'll give me some inspiration for another stealth camp or something. I don't know what that's about, but hopefully everyone's okay. I have a little bit of a mystery going on here. Hopefully you can see this, but there are two red lights on the bridge straight ahead. Every once in a while, the red light on the left will just turn green for a few seconds. I have no idea what that means or what it is. If any of you guys know, let me know down in the comments. There's a boat going by, and I'm pretty sure it's a cop. Never mind, it's not a cop. Holy crap, that scared me. I thought it was a cop boat, but then I heard their music blasting. So then I figured it's probably not a cop. Well, either way, I don't think they noticed all my glow sticks hanging up here. When I saw that boat, I think it's safe to turn my light on now. When I saw that boat come by, the first thing I thought was, I'm an idiot for having all these glow sticks up here. But I don't think they could see me sitting up here behind the glow sticks because I'm wearing all black. They're pretty far away, but they could definitely see this light now. But I think it's just a regular boat, so I'm not really worried about it. Looks like just some people out on the lake having a little party or something, I think. Maybe I should call them over here. Nah, I'm starting to get hungry, so I am going to get the stove out and we are going to cook some fried bologna sandwiches. Yeah, nothing fancy tonight. I was actually not going to camp here. I was going to camp somewhere else, and then it got rained out. So this camp was kind of a last minute thing. I'm actually doing this Thursday night, and when I get back home in the morning, I'm going to have to edit this video and get it up for Friday's video tomorrow. So when you're watching this, I was just doing this the night before. So, but anyways, I don't know how I started talking about that. I'm going to get the stove out and fry some bologna for a fried bologna sandwich or two. We got some thick cut bologna here. A little bit of vegetable oil. Okay, let's get this thing fired up. Put a little grease in the pan. It never wants to sit up properly. So I'm just gonna put the bologna in the pan and then hold the pan on top of there because it will never just sit up. Oh. Don't fall off, please. Use my spork here, flip it over. I wish I could listen to music while I'm camping. I mean, I can obviously, but when I'm recording anything, I can't listen to any music because it will get copyrighted. I actually had my video where I camped in the woods beside Walmart. I used like a creepy music thing in one part of it, and it got copyrighted. So now I'm gonna have to delete that video, remove that music, and then re-upload it at some point. And I just don't want to take that chance. So, I mean, this is only going to take a second. Bologna's already cooked. I just like to fry it up and just burn the outside a little bit, give it some crispiness. The wind is blowing and it's kind of popping grease on me. Ow! Oh my gosh. That almost went right in my face. I probably shouldn't be doing this at eye level, honestly. Dang, I didn't bring any plates or anything either. That's okay. Looking good. Okay, I'm gonna finish cooking this up and then I'll bring you guys back. I'm gonna cook another piece too, so I'll have enough for 2 sandwiches. I'm gonna try and just eat one now and save one for later, but I'm pretty hungry. Well, I know if I eat them both now, I'm gonna be hungry again later, and I don't really have anything else to eat. I have a candy bar. That's about it, other than these 2 pieces of bologna. Ah! Okay. I think this piece is about done. Oh, it's hot. I don't know about you, but I like mustard on my fried bologna sandwiches, so that on there. I really like mustard. And that's it. That's all I'm doing. Oh, hot, hot. Oh my gosh, I forgot how hot it was. Woo, okay. I'm gonna let that cool off. And we'll go ahead and fry up our other piece of bologna. Wow. That was not a very smart move. I'm gonna stop recording for a minute. I'm gonna finish getting this cooked before I burn myself. And then I'll talk to you guys in a few minutes. I'm done cooking. I'm halfway through eating this. And I have another fried bologna sandwich left for later. That's good. And also for dessert, I have a whatchamacallit. I got like 6 of these for $1 at a discount grocery store. And yeah, it's a little bit past its best buy date. The best buy date on this is, looks like September 2024. But I've already eaten like 3 of them and they taste pretty good. So, I mean, groceries are way too expensive to be eating only in-date food. You know what I mean? Oh, there's that boat back again. I'm gonna turn this light off for a minute. I don't think it's a cop, but I don't want any unnecessary attention either. Well, they're gone. When I have the light pointing at myself, I can't see anything in front of me. I'm going to use this. I'll lay it down. I'll lay it down inside my pan because my pan is very greasy and I don't have anything to clean it with. So I'm going to lay that down like a liner. That way I can then stick my stove inside of it without getting grease all over my stove. So I'm going to finish eating, clean up this mess, and then I'll get the inflatable camping pad out and get that all set up. So I'd like to take a minute to just thank everyone who subscribed. The last time I checked, we had 601 subscribers, and that's really good. My YouTube channel is not that old, so I feel like we're doing pretty well. And thank you for everyone who comments. I read every one of your comments. I try to respond to every one of them. I really enjoy reading all the comments. For the most part, 99.9% of all the comments are super positive, so that's really cool. I even had someone, this was on Reddit, not YouTube, but someone commented that I was the Wish version of Steve Wallace, which I took as a compliment, you know. But yeah, thank you all for being here watching my videos. I really do appreciate it. And if you're not subscribed, please think about doing so. It would really mean a lot to me. Now, I'm going to eat this whatchamacallit. I am going to get my inflatable pad out and get it aired up. And because I don't really have to worry about the noise I make, I'm going to use my rechargeable inflator to inflate the pad so I don't have to manually pump it with my hands for 1.5 minutes straight. I was a little worried that the catwalk wouldn't be wide enough, but honestly, I think it's going to be just fine. Let me get my inflator and we'll start airing this thing up. I am somewhat worried about the mat on this metal grate. Hopefully it'll be okay. Hopefully it doesn't poke a hole in my camping mat or something. Wow, that was really fast. It's not 100% inflated, but I'll give it a few pumps and that will finish it off. That was so quick though. So I'll just give it a few more pumps down here on the foot pump just to tighten it all the way up. There we go. That is so fast. This little thing is so handy. We still have to inflate our pillow, but that thing literally takes 3 breaths. So I don't really need an inflator for that. Oh, I love this pad. We still got to inflate our pillow, but that takes no time at all. There's an unusually large amount of spiders around here for some reason. I don't care for spiders. I probably have already said that 4 or 5 times during this video, but it's true. Oh. It does lose a lot of air when you take your mouth off to put the stopper in. At that moment, it loses a lot of air, so we have to put a little bit more in it and try and close it up super fast. Yeah, that was quick. I'm like a cat. Come here. Okay. Pads set up, pillows inflated. Still gotta get our sleeping bag out. I basically probably just use a sleeping bag like a blanket tonight. I wish you could see the skyline. It's really pretty. This might be the best view I've had yet during a stealth camp. Hopefully you can see that a little bit. I'm gonna get my sleeping bag out and watch some stuff on my phone and then probably try and go to sleep. I want to get out of here pretty early in the morning before the traffic really picks up for people going to work. So either right after daylight or right before daylight. I don't think it gets daylight till like 6:30 a.m. now though, so I'm probably going to need to leave earlier than that because people are already going to be going to work. And like I said, this bridge, there's like nowhere to stop at on it. So Karika has to slow down so I can just jump in the truck. And that's pretty hard to do when on a busy highway with lots of traffic. So I'll probably try to get out of here super early. But I will check back in with y'all before I go to sleep. I had to take my glow sticks down because there's this boat going by very slow with a spotlight. It's pretty far off still right now. It's still pretty far off as of right now, but it's like slowly scanning the water. I don't know if it's the cops. What I'm hoping it is maybe a really big barge, and that's why they're moving so slow. But they have a huge spotlight on the front of the boat, so I took the glow sticks down because if they pass under this bridge, I don't want them to look up, see the glow sticks, and then shine that spotlight up here. If they shine that spotlight up here, I am bust. I'm hoping they don't even come this far, but I don't know. I'm freaking out. That spotlight shined right on me for a second, and I'm pretty sure they're headed this way. I'm actually gonna just kind of hide in my sleeping bag as much as I can. Okay, I'm gonna quit talking now and kind of hide. I'm pretty sure that's a barge. I hope it is. All I know is the lights aren't facing me anymore, so that's good. That is a huge barge. That thing is like a football field long. Probably like 2 football fields long. That's crazy. Well, they're gone. Oh my god, I was so freaking scared. Like their spotlights were directly on me. I don't know if they meant to do that or if it just happened during their turn. But man, they were just right on me. I have no idea if they saw me or not. No idea. Most likely they were watching where they're going and probably never even looked up here. I mean, they probably do this route every single night or something like that. But yeah, that was freaking scary. I took down all of my glow sticks because I didn't want that to give me away. That was dumb to hang them up in the first place, but I really like the vibe I got from them. It's getting late, and the excitement from the barge passing by has worn off, so I think I might be able to go to sleep now. So I'm going to get bundled up in my sleeping bag here and try and get some sleep. I think Karika's going to pick me up around 6:30 a.m. or so. That's what time the sun is supposed to come up. So I'm going to turn in. If anything else happens, I'll bring you guys back and let you know. But if not, I'm going to go to sleep and I'll see you guys in the morning. Little bit of an update. The wind has started blowing really hard. It's pretty cold too. But it was blowing so hard it was knocking stuff over. And I didn't want to take the chance of anything blowing off the catwalk and into the lake below. So I got up and I got my new chair. I got it all folded up and packed away. Oh, it's getting cold. And then I picked everything else up that I didn't need while I'm out here sleeping. And I got it all in my bag. That way nothing will blow off. And I've got my trash bag put up as well so that won't blow off in the lake. But I'm back in my bag now. I'm gonna climb in here and zip this thing up and curl up in a ball and try to get some sleep. See you guys in the morning. Good morning. It is 6 a.m. I just got a phone call from Karika. She is on her way to pick me up. So I need to get up, get all my stuff packed up, and get to the top of the ladder so that I can wait on her, so I can jump on the truck when she comes by. I did not sleep at all. Between the loud noises from the cars and just the traffic on the bridge and this freezing cold wind that's blowing, and also just the thought that if I fell asleep I may just roll off the edge here, I just couldn't sleep. I can't wait to get out of here and get home back to my warm bed. But I gotta get this stuff packed up and I'll check back in after that. I've got everything packed up. Everything's clean. Got my trash loaded down with stuff here, and it is time to get out of here. It's been real, but it hasn't been real fun. Okay, I'm going to stop recording now until I get to the top of this ladder, because I got so much stuff and it's a pretty good climb up there. All right guys, I'll see you in a minute. It's a really tight squeeze with my backpack on. Okay. Oh my gosh. Woo. I made it back to the platform. Oh my gosh. Whew. Okay. Now I gotta call Karika, let her know I'm on this platform, and then I'm ready to get picked up. There she is. Okay, let's get out of here. Oh my gosh. Woo! Oh my goodness, that was the worst. Well, that's it for this video, guys. If you watch this far, please think about subscribing. Oh my goodness. I'll see you next week. And I don't know what I'm doing for next week's video yet, but it's going to be a lot more tame than this, because oh my gosh, this was scary. And I usually like to try and go to sleep when I'm camping, and I wasn't able to do that this time. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next week. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Todd Champion. This is Camping with Champion, and tonight we're doing a really risky stealth camp. We are going to be camping on the top of TJ Maxx. And it just isn't a TJ Maxx, it's a TJ Maxx, a Hobby Lobby, and about 15 other stores as well. And this parking lot is always super busy, so it's going to be hard for me to get up here. We're going to have to climb up this ladder onto the roof, and they have this ladder blocked off for about 8 feet, so I'm hoping I can jump up high enough and grab it and just pull myself up. And I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get my bag up there, because they have this cage around the ladder, and with my bag on, I don't think I can fit through there. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to get a rope, take it with me, and lower the rope down. I'm going to have to get an accomplice to hook a carabiner onto the top of my bag, and then I can pull it up. But first, I'm going to need a disguise on this one, so I'm going to break out the reflective vest and the radio, and then I'll bring you guys back when it is time to get up the ladder. Okay, I've got my disguise on, and I am ready to climb up this thing. I am so nervous, y'all, but the only thing to do is to be confident and do it. So here we go. Oh my gosh. I hit my drone controller and made my drone fly off, but luckily I recovered it. Oh. All right. We're up here. I've got to land the drone, then I can get my bag up here. Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, step one done. Okay, now I gotta lower this so I can lift my bag up. I have 50 feet of paracord. This thing probably weighs 30 or 40 pounds. At least that's what it feels like. Yes, got it. Ooh, I'm up here, guys. Let's unhook this rope. There's a lot of houses back there, so hopefully the vest will make it look as though I'm a worker. We're gonna go put our stuff over here. I'm so excited. If nobody shows up to arrest us within 30 minutes or so, I think we're gonna be safe, as long as I don't get spotted by the houses that are behind the shopping plaza. I'm so thirsty. Now this isn't where we're staying at tonight. We're on top of a PetSmart right now. We want to camp on top of TJ Maxx. I hope the audio's okay. I actually got a new wireless microphone and a new camera, but the camera was overheating immediately when I turned it on, so I had to send it back. So I'm using my little action camera today, because I have a big camera, but I couldn't get that thing up the ladder. I could barely get myself up it. All right, I'll check back in a few minutes, and then we're going to get moving to the other part of the roof. I still got to climb over these walls that are up here. So these are the next stores. You have to continually go up. I think there's like 3 or 4 of these walls we're gonna have to climb over. But we're gonna get climbed over that and go find our spot for the night. Okay, one more wall to go over, and then we will be on top of TJ Maxx. Here we are. I think this is going to be home for the night. We are pretty blocked on all sides. And no one's gonna see us up here. I haven't seen any cameras back here yet, but I'm sure they do have some. Let's go walk around a little bit. I don't want to walk around too much, but I do feel pretty protected with this vest and this radio on. Yeah, that's right. We got a stealth camper on the roof of TJ Maxx. But yeah, let's have a look around. Here's some kind of latch. It seems to be... It's not a door because it's sealed completely shut. I was hoping I could get up on the TJ Maxx. I'm gonna have to look up what these things are called. But anyways, I was hoping I could be able to get up there and look over into the parking lot, but that is at a really steep angle. I won't be able to climb up there. Right here's a good spot to look over. I'm not quite tall enough. I'm about 5'10", 5'11", and this wall is right at the top of my head. I can extend the selfie stick on my camera though and give you guys a peek over there. I don't want to do that too long because I have a big fuzzy shotgun mic on here and I don't even want to see that. Right here behind me would be a really cool spot to camp on top of there, but there's no way to get up there. I found a door, but I'm not going in it or even trying it. I'm not messing with anything while I'm up here. I'm only up here to sleep for one night. Ooh, there is a lot of wasp nest up here. Going to steer clear of those. Yeah, this roof goes on for a while. I can't remember how many stores over here, but probably like 15. I cannot believe I'm up here. This is so much fun. Look at that sunset behind me. That is really cool. So I've been wanting to do this camp for a while now, but it's just been too cold and I can't really bring a tent up here because I had a hard time just getting the stuff I did bring up here. All I brought was a sleeping mat, my smallest sleeping bag, my camp chair so I could sit on it, and some food, and of course all the camera equipment. But just getting that stuff up here was not easy. Like I said, I think I already talked about it, but I had to call somebody, and it wasn't my wife, so don't be trying to say that Karika is an accomplice here. I promise you it was not her, and I won't reveal who it was because if anyone gets in trouble, I just want it to be me, obviously. But anyways, I've waited for a long time to do this one. It had to be just right. It couldn't be too hot because during the summertime here in Alabama, it'll be 100 degrees plus the humidity, so I couldn't do it then on a rooftop. It couldn't be too cold, so this is the perfect day. Now in the morning around 8 a.m. there is a slight chance, a 20% chance of rain, but hopefully I should be out of here by then. So I'll either be out of here one way or the other, in jail or back in my truck. So stay tuned to find out. Gonna get my camp chair set up so that I don't have to sit on this roof. It's actually not as dirty as I thought it was gonna be. And if you're wondering why I'm still wearing this vest, I just feel like if somehow someone sees me up here and I have the vest on, they're more likely to think that I'm just someone up here working or something like that. As soon as the sun goes down, I'll take it off. because I don't want to be wearing a reflective vest at nighttime, but maybe that's not the smartest idea. But in my mind, that makes sense. So if I'm driving by a building and I see someone with an orange vest on up there, I just assume they're supposed to be up there working. So now, if I saw that person and they also had a camera pointed at their face and they were just talking to themselves, that might be a little different. This chair has came in so handy. I think I paid like $20 for it on Amazon, and it's super comfortable. I know you can get really expensive ones, camping chairs that are more lightweight and probably more durable in the long run, but for what I need it for, it's perfect. I use it right now once a week to do these videos. Now that it's getting warmer, we'll start going on actual camping trips, like with the kids and stuff, and I'll be using it then too. So I'll definitely see how durable this thing is by the end of the summer. But so far, I'm very happy with it. Chilling like a villain. I got this water bottle. It's not an Nalgene bottle. That's what all the backpackers use, I think. But I got this at Walmart for $1.50. Right now they have all their camping water bottles for sale for some reason, or on sale. Maybe they're getting new ones in. But anyways, this one's really good because now I can see exactly how much water I have. I don't know if you can see that, but it has a measuring. It has ounces and milliliters on the side here. But I have to be careful up here drinking a lot of water because I pee a lot, and I want to keep the peeing to a minimum while I'm up here. So I'm trying to just sip. I just realized I've lost my wedding band. It must have fallen off, I'm going to guess, when I was coming up the ladder. I can't go back and look for it now, that's too risky. But I'll look for it tomorrow when I come down. But even if I don't find it, it's not a huge loss because that was actually a replacement. And it was really, really cheap. But it was too big too. Like I have lost about, I want to say 15 to 20 pounds in the last 6 months. And that ring was really big on my finger, which is probably why it fell off. But I'll look for it. But even if I can't find it, it's not going to be that big of a deal. It is about 63 degrees out here and I'm already a little cold. I told you guys, I get cold so freaking easily. It's supposed to get down to about 53, I think, tonight. And I forgot to bring a pullover or anything, so Karika didn't drop me off this time either, so there's no way for her to bring me anything. So I'm just going to have to suffer through this one. I mean, it's not going to be horrible or anything. I am a bit chilly. I was kind of hoping one of these air conditioner units would come on and that would provide me with a little heat. Let me turn this light on. That's better. So I brought stuff to make chicken quesadillas tonight, and one of my subscribers has been begging me pretty much. Not really, but one of my subscribers has suggested many times that I try this Mountain House freeze-dried ice cream sandwich, and I gotta tell you, I do not have high hopes for that. So I brought, for a backup dessert, a cherry pie from Walmart. But we're gonna give it a try. Honeybee, we're gonna give that ice cream sandwich a try, and it better be delicious or else. I'm just kidding. But yeah, we're gonna try that. Nothing much to do right now. It's pretty boring up here. And I gotta kind of lay low a little bit because TJ Maxx here doesn't close until 9:30 tonight. So we have like 4 more hours or something like that before they close. So just gonna hang out up here, watch some YouTube on my phone. I will be back in a little bit unless something happens. So I'm on another roof, And this one is a lot closer to the ground, so I have to be a little more quiet when I speak because the people going in and out of the stores can probably hear me. So I'm gonna sneak up to the edge and try and see if we can see some people going in and out of the store. The roof over here is a lot louder than the one over in my section. They have no idea I'm up here. I have relocated my camp. Well, I still got to bring my chair over there. But the wind is what's causing it to be a little chilly. So I'm moving over here and kind of like this little nook, and I'm blocked in on 3 sides. So I'll be blocked in on 3 sides, so it really reduces the wind. Yeah, I'm happy with this. The only reason I picked the other spot was because it was behind an AC unit and could block me from the houses that are back here. But it's dark now and they're not going to be able to see me. I honestly don't think they would be able to see me anyways because the angle, I'm not too worried about it now. So this is where we're going to camp at tonight. It's really cool being up here. There is something about being somewhere that you're not supposed to be that is kind of like a thrill for me, you know. I guess it's like going skydiving without the risk of actually dying or something like that. It's a really low stakes kind of thrill. So if you're ever thinking about, I've had a few people tell me that they've wanted to go stealth camping or do something like this for so long, and I just tell people to do it because what's the worst that could happen? I could get caught. Most likely they'll kick me out of here. I could get arrested and get a citation, but at the end of the day, that's not that big of a deal. You know, you might as well get out and do the things you want to do while you're still healthy enough to do those things, because I know at some point there's going to come a time where I can't do this kind of stuff. It was hard for me just to get up that ladder. What I'm trying to say is if there's something you want to do, get out there and do it. It doesn't have to be stealth camping, honestly, but anything, just get out there and do it. Life is so short. Like, it feels long in the days. Like, I like to say that the days go slowly. I actually wrote a song and I say the days go slowly, but the years go fast. And that is so true for me. I don't know if it is for everyone else, but man, the years just seem to fly by. So take whatever opportunity you have to work a little less, have fun a little more, because at some point in your life, I guarantee you're going to wish you had. It seems like my microphone decided not to record audio for this clip, but basically I was talking about how cold I was, even though it wasn't very cold, and I decided that I was going to climb back off of the roof, down the ladder, and go into TJ Maxx and buy myself a coat. And I busted my ass. That 8-foot gap or so right there, I tried to just let go and fall onto my feet, and I missed my feet somehow. Oh my gosh. I mean, I hit my feet, but I rolled immediately onto my back. That hurt. All right, I'm gonna put this camera down and get into TJ Maxx and buy a shirt. No one knows I'm a secret stealth camper. $12. $10. That's about as cheap as I'm going to be able to find anything. Let's pay for this and get back to the roof. I'm back. Went okay. I don't think. I mean, someone may have seen me climbing back up the ladder because a car was coming by, but I don't know if they saw me or not. Other than I kind of fell when I got down the last 8 feet or so where there's no ladder to hold on to. I just had to jump backwards and try to land on my feet, which I did not do successfully. I kind of hit my feet and then immediately slammed onto my back. It actually knocked the breath out of me a little bit. But I'm fine. I'm back up here. I got this new coat. It was $10. It's not bad. Maybe I take it back tomorrow. I don't know. But yeah, I'm back up here, back in my little hole I got. Feels good now. I feel great now, actually. I think I'm going to go ahead and start cooking because I am getting really hungry. I'm going to get everything out. I have a new stove to show you thanks to one of my subscribers. I'm about to start cooking and I'm going to use this new stove I got. I got this stove from Chris from Camping Fun and Outdoors YouTube channel. He actually sent me a lot of stuff, but he sent me this stove. It's got 3 burners on it. And I actually got another stove. His name was James, and he sent me the Fire Maple Green Peak stove with the Fire Maple ultralight petrol pot. And so this one, I think I'm going to use this one. I brought it tonight because I'm cooking quesadillas, and it's a little bit bigger. It has 3 burners on it. So I'm going to use this one tonight, and then I will use the Green Peak or the Fire Maple stove when I'm boiling water and things like that, because it's a little bit smaller, and that pot that comes with it, it like fits onto the stove. It has little notches, that way it won't fall off. So I'm going to use it for those times when I'm just boiling water, like for the Mountain House meals, and I'm going to use this when I'm like actually cooking a little bit. So thank you guys for both of those stoves. It's kind of crazy. I went from having, you know, just the one stove that I have that's kind of exploded on me a lot of the times to now I have these 2 new ones. And also Fire Maple, the company, reached out to me and they want to send me a Saturn, I think it's called a Saturn X stove to try out. So I'll be getting that to try out and tell you guys what I think about it too. So now I am camping stove rich. So thank you guys so much for that. But nobody else send me any stoves though, okay? Because I don't want to, I don't want to end up with a bunch of them that I can't use. So, but thank you guys for sending me that. Okay, let's get everything out. I've actually never used this stove before, so there might be a small learning curve here. Thought I heard something. But let's get this stove out. Get the propane hooked up, get the pan out, and start making these quesadillas. It's really cool. I've actually never had a camp stove where it has like an actual gas line on it and just screws in up there. It has 3 burners on it. I've never seen one like that. They're probably pretty common. I just don't know much about camp stoves, honestly. And it has, I think they call these piezo lighters, where you can just click and light it. But I'm going to get everything set up, all my ingredients out before I light that. So as usual, pretty simple meal here. I have some store-bought tortillas, some sharp cheddar cheese, and some chopped up chicken. Chicken is actually just, it's like fajita seasoned chicken that you can buy at Walmart in a package. I just got that, took some out, chopped it up into smaller pieces, and I'm going to use that inside to make chicken quesadillas. One of these tortillas. These tortillas fit perfectly in this pan too. Like it is the perfect size. So that works out really well. I'm just gonna go ahead and get everything kind of in here. Then I'll turn it on. And I got a spatula I bought from the Dollar Tree. Because I have a little wooden spatula, but it doesn't have a bend in it. So it's hard to press on stuff. Like when I was making the grilled cheese in the abandoned meal video, I couldn't really press on it. But with this, I can really get a good press on there. Oh, and last ingredient, I have the Taco Bell Chipotle sauce. I'm just going to, usually I would put this on here and then spread it out, but I'm just going to put some on here. that. We'll put some cheese. Kind of wish I could have spread that chipotle sauce out a little bit, but honestly, I didn't want to have to get my spatula dirty because I got no way of cleaning it off up here. I forgot to bring any paper towels. Then I have my sharp cheddar cheese on there. Now I'm just going to put some chicken. And I think I brought enough chicken to make it, or I brought enough ingredients to make about 3 of these mini quesadillas. And just a little more cheese on top of that. Just to hold the tortillas together. Okay. Let's fire this thing up. There we go. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna add some more of this. I don't want to cook it too high because I'll burn the tortilla really fast. So said I've never used this stove before, so I'm figuring it out as I go. Probably want to cook it on just about the lowest setting. Right off the bat, it is much more stable than my old stove. So that's a plus for sure. Oh yeah. The bottom of that tortilla is nice and browned. I cooked that a little too high, but it's fine. I didn't bring a plate or anything either, so I'll probably just cook one and then eat it so I can use this as a plate, and then I'll cook another one and eat that one. So on and so forth. While I'm cooking, let me thank everyone who has donated to the coffee fund. If you want to donate to help the channel out, there's a link in the description below. It's called buymeacoffee.com. Thank you to everyone who donated to that. Thank you to everyone who has sent me anything on the Amazon wish list, and some people like Chris who sent me stuff that wasn't even on the list. They just sent me stuff. But thank you so much for that stuff. Also, if you're watching this and you're not a subscriber, please think about subscribing. Or if you don't want to subscribe, comment down below. Tell me what I need to do to earn your subscription. And if it's not crazy illegal, I'll do it. Probably. Okay, all the cheese seems to be melted, so I'm going to turn the stove off, let this cool down a little bit, and then I'm going to eat. Would you look at that? Just look at it. Looks freaking delicious. I'll bring you guys back in a minute. Okay, I have given this a sufficient amount of time so that it will not destroy my mouth when I bite into it. Look at this thing. Looks very, very good. Here we go. That's really good. I may have hit it with a little too much chipotle. Oh my god. This is seriously delicious. I'm going to have to cook this at home. I mean, I make quesadillas at home, but this tastes way better than the ones at home for some reason. Maybe it's that fajita chicken that I used. It is so good. And to drink, I have a ramunade. If you watched my channel before, you'll know I really like these drinks. They're delicious. Plus, you get a free marble every time you buy one. Now we have a marble floating in here. Very good. All right, I'm going to finish eating, and I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. I am finished eating, so now I'm going to try the Mountain House freeze-dried ice cream sandwich. Man, my expectations for this are pretty low, so it actually comes in a little wrapper, like a real ice cream sandwich. I mean, I guess it is a real ice cream sandwich. It's just been freeze-dried. Smells weird. It's kind of crumbly. It's kind of falling apart here. Okay, here we go. The Mountain House freeze-dried ice cream sandwich. It crumbled everywhere. So the ants are going to be having a feast here tonight. It tastes like something, but I just can't put my finger on it. It's almost like a butter cookie. That's what it tastes like. It is actually not bad. It is actually not bad. If you're expecting to get the taste of an ice cream sandwich and you bite into it, you're going to be disappointed. But if you think of it just as like a cookie, it actually tastes pretty good. It reminds me a lot of those cookies that you get in the cans during Christmas time. That's what it tastes like. And I love those cookies, so. The texture is the same too, just like a cookie. Definitely the crunchiest ice cream sandwich I've ever had. My camera battery is going dead, so I'm going to turn off the camera, finish eating my ice cream sandwich cookie, and I don't know. Bring you guys back in a little bit. We'll see what we're going to do then. See you guys in a minute. I have inflated my air mattress. And now I'm going to inflate my pillow, get my sleeping bag out, and lay down. I have learned over time not to inflate it completely full. So I've left some room in here, you know, because when you get it really full, it's kind of hard. It's not as comfortable, but if you leave a little wiggle room in there, it's much better. Since I'm using this small mummy bag tonight, I like to just stick the pillow inside the head section of the mummy bag. I wish I could have brought my new bag up here, even though that's a 0-degree bag and it's 50 degrees tonight. I still would have used it. The only problem was that it's so big that I just couldn't get it up here. Now I'll just take this pillow, I'll shove it right inside here, inside the head area, and then I'll pull this tight around the pillow, and that keeps my pillow from being able to slip out. Really like this spot because I don't have to worry about anyone just walking up on me during the night or anything. The chances of someone climbing that ladder and coming over here are not good. So I feel pretty freaking safe up here, at least until daylight, and I'm out of here as soon as the sun comes up anyways. I'm gonna lay down for a little bit, kick my boots off, watch some YouTube, or maybe I'll watch a movie. I'll bring you guys back in a little bit before we turn in for the night. Just bored walking around checking everything out at night. Sometimes on these stealth camps there's just not much to do. I was doing my camps on a Thursday night and I was able to watch some other stealth campers because they post their videos on Thursdays, and that gave me something to do. But camping on Thursday night and then trying to get a video out on Friday was a lot of work. It put a lot of pressure on me, so now I've been getting them done a lot earlier. I can't express how cool this feels, but I do want to say, do not do this. And if you do, then don't say it's because you saw me do it. Thank you. I just want to reiterate, when I do stuff like this, I'm not damaging anything. I'm not hurting anyone. I always pick up everything that I bring with me. Just wanted to put that out there. But man, this is cool. I really want to see if I can run up there and like get up top so I can look over the edge of the front of TJ Maxx. I'm gonna try. Ow! That hurt, and that was loud. I should probably go sit down now. That was stupid. That was really dumb. I let the boredom get the best of me. Going back to my spot. I've explored just about as much as you can up here. Even though I already did that during the daytime. It was a lot cooler at night, honestly. There's nothing more to do, really, so I am going to try and turn in and get some sleep because I got to get out of here pretty early. Sun comes up at 7 a.m., but I don't know if I want to stay that long. I always say that, and then I end up sleeping too long anyways. But I really would like to get out of here before these stores open up for sure. Anyways, I'm going to turn in for the night, guys. I will see y'all in the morning. Good morning. It is about 6:30 and the sun's supposed to come up at 6:59, so I need to get up and get all my stuff packed away and get out of here. I'm not sure what time the store is open. If I had to guess, I would say probably around 8, but it's also supposed to start raining around then, so I have to get out of here before that happens. I'm a little cold. It's about 50 degrees right now, but it's not too bad. Alright, I'm going to get up and start getting everything packed away. I have everything cleaned up, and it is time to get out of here. If you're still watching and you haven't subscribed yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. You should totally just do it. Thanks everybody for watching this far. Now let's make our way down. Everything nice and clean, just like we found it. Now let's make our great escape. I've got to take my rope and lower my bag back down, but I'm not too worried about it. It's a pretty big jump. I'll go ahead and put everyone's names on the screen who have donated to the coffee fund or bought me something off my wish list or helped the channel in any way. Thank you guys so much. I wish I had more to say than just thank you and that I appreciate it, but I really, really do. We're at the ladder, and let's get out of here. The final risky thing that I have to do. There's a lot of traffic on this road already. I'm back down. I'm safely in my truck, and it looks like we got away with another one. This one was a fun one. It was scary going up and down that ladder, and it was physically hard. But everything went pretty smooth, so thank you everybody who watched this video. Please come back next week. We'll have another stealth camp ready to go. Bye everybody. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Todd Champion. This is Camping with Champion, and tonight we're going to be camping on top of this 80-foot billboard. This is by far the most dangerous stealth camp I have ever attempted. These catwalks are really thin and there are no guardrails to keep me from falling off. I will be wearing a safety harness though, and I'll keep myself attached to some part of the structure the entire time, even when I'm sleeping. This ladder for the billboard doesn't start until about 20 feet off of the ground. So you're probably wondering how I'm gonna get up there. The answer is I'm gonna use this grappling hook. I'm gonna throw it up, catch the ladder, and then climb this rope up to the ladder, and then I'll climb the ladder all the way to the top. Believe it or not, I've never actually thrown a grappling hook before, so this might be pretty hard to do. I did practice in the yard just a little bit, but I wasn't actually trying to connect it to anything. That is really high up. Here goes nothing. No! That was not good. Getting closer. Okay, maybe I should try and throw it like a football. This tree is going to get on my nerves if I keep having to get it untangled from here. Oh. Oh. Oh, that was close. Oh. So close. Yes! I got it. I don't know how tight that is on there. I really wish I would have gotten at least 2 hit hooks in. I might keep trying until I get a better grab on it. I don't know though. Okay, I got it on there. It's not on there great, but I think that's about as good as I'm gonna be able to get it. I don't know how many attempts I'm gonna put in the video, but I probably threw that thing at least 30 different times. It's only caught on there by 1 hook. Okay, I gotta get moving. Don't have much time left. All right, guys, I found this wooden pallet thing laying on the ground, so I laid it up against the billboard pole, beam, whatever you call it. That way I can get a little bit higher up before I have to start climbing the rope. I've got this camera on my head on top of my helmet, so I don't know how well you'll be able to see. I'll try and look around so you can kind of tell what I'm doing. Oh man, this is freaking scary. I really wish I could have hooked that on just a little bit better. Whew. I'm shaking. I just got to get up to the ladder. Once I get on the ladder, I'll be okay. This first part is so sketchy though. And this backpack that I have on isn't helping anything. Here I go again on my own. Down the only road I've ever known. Once a drifter, I was born to walk alone. This. Probably should have wore gloves. Whew. Yeah, relax. Deep breaths. Step at a time, baby. One step at a time. One step at a time. Oh my God, I did it. I did it. Hey y'all, I am up here. It took me a long time to climb up here. I was terrified. Honestly, I'll never do anything like this again. I don't like heights and I cannot believe I did this. Right when I got on the ladder, I started instantly regretting trying this one. But I took it one step at a time. I don't know how much I recorded because I think my camera that I was wearing on my head stopped recording. I hope I got enough footage. But once I got up here, I literally just laid down on the catwalk. You can see my harness too. I'm connected to the ladder right here. And I'm just gonna wear this harness all night long. But once I got up here, I literally just laid down on this catwalk for like an hour because as soon as I got here and like I was safe and on the catwalk, I threw up. Like I literally got sick, and I think that's just the adrenaline and just the physical exertion. I brought so much extra stuff that I don't need. This catwalk is so thin. Let me show you. So this catwalk is really thin. I brought a sleeping pad. That's not going to be possible. It would never fit. I also brought a hammock because I thought that was a good idea, that maybe I could use it to tie off inside here. And I actually think I could, but the problem is I'm way too terrified to do that. So honestly, I'm just going to lay here on this catwalk tonight to try and sleep right here. I'm just going to cover up with a sleeping bag. I also brought my really big sleeping bag because it's supposed to get in, like, I think it's going to be 48 degrees tonight. I'll put the Celsius on the screen. And so I was going to cover up my big sleeping bag, and that thing, man, it was hard to get up here. So if you watched my TJ Maxx video where I tied a paracord to my stuff and then pulled it up, I did the same thing here, but I had way more stuff. I had the big sleeping bag. I had my backpack just full of camera gear, and I have a small sleeping bag in there. Like I said, I have my sleeping pad, hammock, underquilt, just a bunch of stuff that I'm not even going to be able to use now. But it was so, I bet it weighed 40 pounds, and just climbing up here with, without any extra weight would be hard. But man, I had to pull all that up here. By the time I got to the top, my arms were just like jelly. Like I felt like I had no strength left. Anyways, I have no problem admitting when I'm wrong or when I made a mistake. And this one, guys, I went too far with this one. Man, I'm terrified. Just to be perfectly honest, I am terrified right now. So this thing is actually 3 stories tall in here. So this is the first catwalk, and this is what I'm standing on right now. And then you can go up this ladder here to the second catwalk. And then once you're up there, you can go up a third ladder, and there is a third catwalk up there. And I really want to explore it, but to be perfectly honest, I don't know if I can do it. I'm scared to move. Even standing up right now, like I am really scared, guys. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I've done this. Oh, what a situation to be in. Here's the other side. So this is a V-shaped billboard, and there's an interstate right down there, as you can see. I've looked online, and from what I can tell, we're about 80 feet in the air, probably over 100 feet at the top of the billboard at the third catwalk. So I think this railing here, so I believe this is what the billboard workers connect to. And that's what they connect their safety harness to. So I see these, move that out of the way. I see these metal rings here. So I believe you connect maybe your safety harness to these metal rings, and then you can walk up and down the billboard while being safe. I don't know if I think I'm going to connect my attachments to this. That way when I walk around, I'll be connected to this. I just feel much more secure like that. I really want to go to the second and third levels, but I haven't built up enough courage yet. I haven't barely eaten anything today, so I think I'm going to go ahead and eat as well. I'm not going to cook. I didn't bring a stove or anything like that, because honestly, I just didn't want, like, there's nothing up here that could really catch fire. Obviously, even, I think the whole thing is metal, but I just didn't want to take any chances. So I just brought some sandwiches and some chips, and that's what I'm going to eat tonight. I got this smoked ham and cheese sandwich. I thought I just heard someone say something. There is a hotel close by, so I might be able to hear people from the parking lot, but this sounded like it was right beneath me. But this billboard is actually in the woods. That's one of the reasons I picked it. Okay, back to the food. So I have this smoked ham and cheese on white bread sandwich. I got some mayo and mustard packs from Walmart when I bought it. And I have a pack of these petite dill pickles. I like the really small pickles. And then it's got some chips. I actually have another sandwich too for later, and a beef jerky, and I have a honey bun for dessert. Oh, and I have one of these generic Snicker bars. The discount grocery store that I go to buy the expired candy bars for really cheap was closed today. But Walmart started making their own great value brand of candy bars. So like this is the Snickers, but it's the great value kind. And then they have Kit Kats and Milky Ways. They have their own brand of each type of candy bar. So I got one of those. After I eat, I will give you a proper tour of this place. I've calmed down a little bit. Man, at first I was thinking I'm not moving from this spot. I was so scared. I mean, I am still scared, but I've really calmed down a lot. So after I eat, I'll give you a proper tour of my home for the night. I gotta start bringing some hand sanitizer or something with me, because the ladder climbing up here was just like full of rust. My pants are probably going to be ruined. They have rust all over them. My hands have rust all over them. I have a garbage bag right over here. I'm not just throwing my trash off of the top of the billboard. I think I put way too much mayonnaise and mustard on that, actually. What I'll do is I'll take the other half and I'll switch the bread out. That way I'm kind of dispersing the mayonnaise and mustard evenly upon two separate halves. There we go. It is loud up here. I mean, obviously I'm right beside an interstate. I wasn't expecting it to be so loud though. I forgot to show you this drink that I have for tonight. Some kind of apple natural flavor soda. It's not a twist top. I've got to start paying more attention to that. Luckily, I have a handy dandy bottle opener right here. I don't want to drop it off of the billboard, so I'll open it over my lap. I think I'd be getting better at this because I do it so often now, but nope. Hey. Oh, don't worry. Didn't drop it. Got it. Smells like apple juice. Tastes just like carbonated apple juice. It's pretty good. That's a relief. Honestly, I did not have high hopes for that drink. Try some of these pickles. I don't know why, but I don't like really big pickles, but I love these tiny little kosher dills. I finished eating my sandwich and my chips and my pickles. Now I'm going to try this Walmart brand Snickers bar. It's like a turd. That was so funny. I'm still gonna eat it though. Where are you going, camera? My camera just started like moving around all by itself. Okay. I'm some Snickers, all right. I'm sure there's some like Snicker connoisseurs out there who would be able to taste the difference between this and the real name brand Snickers, but I can't. All right, I'm gonna finish eating this and then we'll take a tour of this giant billboard. So I stood up to go and give you guys a tour, and then this billboard started like swaying a little bit. My heart is racing. I just don't think I'm gonna be able to do it. Like, I am scared to move out of this spot now. I'm just sitting here holding onto this railing. I've got my safety harness attached. Man, I can't wait to get down from here, to be honest. I know this video, I'm going to get made fun of big time for this. But man, I think I'm way more afraid of heights than I thought I was. I knew I didn't like heights, but I am terrified. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. This video is probably going to be pretty boring because I'm not moving from this spot. I'm freaking out, honestly. I really wanted to go up to the second and the third story up there, but man, I'm just so scared. Like I said, this thing is kind of moving a little bit. Matter of fact, I'm going to sit down right now. Big mistake coming up here. As soon as the sun comes out, I'm out of here. Oh man, this is the last really high stealth camp I ever attempt. Things like TJ Maxx, that's not that big of a deal because once you get up there on the roof, it's perfectly fine. Like you're on a roof, but up here, I haven't gotten to the point where I've just felt comfortable. You know, I'm kind of on edge the entire time, and that is not a good feeling. So one of my subscribers, Daniel, he told me that him and his two boys like to watch my videos when they go camping, and their names are Caden and Presley. So hey Caden, hey Presley. I think that's really awesome because I also have two boys, and we have certain YouTubers that we like to watch together. And to think that I am that YouTuber for another family is a really cool thing. And also Caden helped his dad pick out a camping table that they sent to me. And I really love that thing. I'm going to get a ton of use out of it. So thank you, Caden, for that. I just want to give you guys a quick shout out. I don't know if you're enjoying this video because I am scared to death. But look, guys, never attempt anything like this. Actually, no one should ever attempt anything like this. This was not a smart move. All right, I'm going to just kind of sit down, watch my phone, try and take my mind off of being up here. I really hate that I'm so scared. I don't know. I don't know what else to do. It's starting to get kind of cold, so I'm going to get out my small mummy bag and just use it as a blanket. Just have my leg kind of dangling into the void. I have this light here. It has a magnet on it, and I just stuck it to the wall. You can see a little better in here. You can see the third catwalk there. I am not, too prideful to admit that I am just too scared to walk around up here. I didn't think I would be, but I am terrified. I know I keep saying that, but it's true. All right, I'm going to cover up with this sleeping bag, and I'm watching some YouTube now. And honestly, I'm hoping that I can go to sleep. If I can go to sleep, then this night will pass by a lot faster. If I'm not able to get to sleep, then it's going to be a long night for me, y'all. Man, I apologize for this. This was supposed to be a really cool video, and now it's just me up here being scared in the middle of a billboard. I want to go home. I hate it up here. I absolutely hate it up here. Free falling. Oh my gosh, why did I do this? Well, I'm sure this will be a great story when it's all over with. I'm dreading climbing down tomorrow. My gosh. To be perfectly honest, when I go to get down tomorrow, I'm going to take the big sleeping bag. I'm just throwing it off. Like, I don't think it'll hurt it. I mean, it couldn't, right? There's nothing down there. I mean, there's trees, but I can aim it not to hit a tree. You know what? I'm going to put all of my light stuff, the sleeping bags, the hammock, under quilt. I have my sleeping pad. All that's going into my backpack, and I'm not letting it hang from me again like I did when I came up here. I'm just going to toss it down. Like, I will lower it down on my rope, right, as far as I can, and then I'm just going to drop it. Because that was a lot of work to get it up here, and I don't want it pulling on me going back down. This Mexican apple soda is pretty good. Es muy bueno. Didn't know I spoke Spanish, did you? Oh my gosh. I don't know how much people make who work on billboards, but however much it is, they should make more. I don't see how people do it. Like there has to be people out there with just like something in their brain that like something missing inside them that creates fear of heights. Okay. Going back to looking at my phone so I can take my mind off of where I'm actually at right now. So I am really considering getting down. I don't want to climb down while it's dark, but I just can't relax. My heart is racing. I thought after I ate and everything and sat around for a while that I would feel better, and I did feel a little more relaxed, but as soon as I stood up, I was just terrified again. Like, I know I keep using that word, but it's true. Like, I'm very, very scared. I don't know. I just really want to be back on the ground. I guess you'll find out in the next clip what I decided to do, because I don't know yet. Thing is, I wanted to lower all my stuff to the ground, and right now I can't really see the ground that well. Okay, well, whatever I decide to do, you're going to find out in just a second. I've made a decision. I'm getting down. I just can't stay up here any longer. I'm sorry. I really, really wanted to do this. I had so many great ideas up here. That's just not how it goes sometimes, I guess, you know. Sometimes my creativity and my grand ideas kind of outweigh my abilities. So I'm going to get everything packed up, lower my stuff to as far as I can. I think I have about 50 feet of paracord, so I can lower it, and then I'm just going to drop all my stuff. I'm going to keep all my camera gear on me because I can't take a chance of breaking that. All right, guys, I'm going to start packing up. All right, I don't know how much of this y'all are going to be able to see. I do have a light pointing straight down at the ground, so hopefully you'll be able to see some of it. But nothing left to do but to do it, I guess. Kind of hard to get the bag through this opening here. It's not a very wide opening. That, and I have tied my reflective vest to it so that I can find it when I get down there. And there we go. Slowly lowering it down. Man, that's gonna be really loud when it lands, though. I didn't think about that. Okay, I'm gonna turn the light off and finish lowering this down to the ground. I might actually tie it to my waist and go ahead and just go down with it, because now that I'm thinking about it, that's gonna be so loud. And also, I don't want it to hit that pallet that I have down there. Alright, I'll bring you guys back when I'm for sure what I'm gonna do. Okay, I've decided against just completely dropping it because, for one, it would be very, very loud, and also I don't want it crashing into my pallet that I have down there, because I'm going to use that to stand on so I don't have to climb all the way down that rope. So I have this tied to my harness. I'm going to lower it all the way down as far as I can, and then I will climb on the ladder, start making my way down. Like I said, this is 50 feet of paracord, so my bag and everything should hit the ground pretty quickly once I go down a few rungs of the ladder. Okay, this is the moment of truth. Time to climb down. Nothing left to do but to do it, I guess. Go ahead and move my clips down. This is one of the dumber things I've ever done. Okay, here we go. Even though this is scary, I'm already feeling just like a sense of relief, knowing that I am coming down from there. So I'm just staring at the pole in front of me, not really looking down or to the side at all. I will look over just to give you a view. My bag should be getting close to touching the ground. I just dropped my light. Maybe it survived. See when we get down there. It just got really quiet out here, which makes me kind of nervous. I'm getting close to the ground, y'all. Oh my gosh. I'm on the last rung, and this is going to be kind of hard to get down. And I have to take my harness hooks off now. Okay, here goes nothing. The harness hooks are off. I have nothing attaching me to the ladder anymore. The plan is to climb down, get my feet on one of the knots of the rope, and then finish climbing down. This was supposed to be done during the daylight, which would have made it easier. It's still sketchy, even in the daylight, but it's even more so now. Okay, here we go. My feet are on the pallet, y'all. Oh my gosh. Oh. Y'all, I am literally lying on the ground. Oh my gosh. That was just absolutely terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. All right, as soon as my heart stops racing, I'm going to get my stuff and get to the car. So glad to be down from there. I don't know if you could tell up there, but I had everything connected like this, and then I just lowered it down. This light fell out of my pocket, out of my pullover pocket on the way down. Landed on that part. Bent it up pretty good, but still works. I'm in the car. I'm actually already back home. The billboard I was at was about an hour away from the house. Yeah, I just got back to the car and drove home. Man, I'm really bummed out about this. I had really high hopes for this one, but it was just, once I got up there, I could not force myself to walk around up there. When I did the bridge video, I was a little nervous, but I wasn't just flat out scared like I was tonight. I don't know. I guess it was just too high up. I may try to do a redemption video and do a billboard again, because I saw a few on the way home that were just like that one, except it wasn't anywhere near as high. It was probably like 30 feet, 20, 30 feet, instead of 80 plus feet in the air. Yeah, I would love to do one, tie a hammock up in between there. That was my plan, and I just could not do it. I know I've mentioned before I don't like heights, but I've never been just like absolutely terrified like that. Like when I stood up and I could feel the billboard kind of moving a little bit, it was almost like I got vertigo, like I was getting like dizzy, not dizzy per se, but just like my balance fell off, and I was like, whoa, I can't do this. So man, I really do apologize. This one was supposed to be so good. I've been planning this out for a long time. Oh man, I hate that I couldn't pull this one off. So, in the future, I like doing risky stealth camps, but in the future, I want the risk to be, getting caught, like that kind of risk. I don't want to do risk of dying. I guess at a certain height, I just panic. Not much more I can say. But anyways, y'all, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to everyone who has donated to the channel through the Buy Me a Coffee link, and everyone who's donated things from the Amazon wish list. I really do appreciate all of you guys. I'm sorry I couldn't pull this one off. I have lots of fun videos planned. Hopefully they all go better than this. It's about 1 a.m. right now, so I'm going to go home, or go inside. I'm already home. I'm going to go inside and turn in for the night. Before I go, I do want to say the grappling hook worked really, really well. So I'll probably be using that in the future for things I can't quite get on top of. Just not things that are 80 feet in the air. Thank y'all for watching. And next week's video will be another stealth camp, and it will not be 80 feet in the air. All right, y'all. See you next week. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Todd Champion. This is Camping with Champion, and tonight I'm going to attempt to camp on top of this water tank that is right behind Lowe's. If I can get up there We're gonna cook some burgers. I'll read some comments from last week's video and just have an all around good time. But first, I gotta get up there. There are still employees out walking around back there right across from the tank. So I have to wait for those guys to leave. But what I think I want to do is go ahead and drop my backpack off behind the tank, and then I can walk and sneak around behind the tank, wait for the sun to go down, and then I can climb up that ladder and get on top. Okay, just gonna carry my bag back here and leave it. Okay. I just got to get back to the car without them seeing me. Okay, I don't think anyone saw me do that, so first part is over with. I have the car parked. Now I'm just walking beside Lowe's to the back. I'm just going to walk around the back, and if no one's back there, I'm going to run behind the water tank. If someone is back there and they see me, I'm just going to turn around and walk off in the other direction. Pretty nervous about this one. Haven't climbed anything in a while, so. I just have the car parked in the front parking lot, in case anyone's wondering. So I didn't see anyone through the fence. Hopefully no one comes around this corner either. Okay, it looks clear. I'm just gonna go for it. Nothing to see here, folks. Yeah, I don't see anyone back there. Okay. Yes. First part of the mission is complete. So now I'll just hang out back here behind the tank until I get enough courage to attempt to climb that ladder. I'll give you a look at the tank since we're here. Here is our water tank. It's not as tall as a real water tower, but it's not short either. That's got to be 30 feet at least. I'm not sure what they use this for. And it seems to be made, it's like wrapped in foam or something. Not a soft foam, but some kind of insulated foam. And I believe that's what's up top too. I actually brought a tent to stay in tonight. Let's walk around the other side. Maybe I can show you the ladder. I don't see anybody. There's the ladder. Oh, we're kind of blocked off from this. That's good. So the ladder, I'm about 5'11". I don't know if you can see that, but I will have to jump probably about 6 to 8 inches to get to the ladder and then pull myself up. I don't know how easy that's going to be to pull myself up either with my backpack on, but I don't have anything here like no milk crate to stand on or anything like that. So I just have to jump, grab, and then pull myself up until I can get my feet on there. Oh, I'm so nervous about this one. It's hot out here too, y'all. Okay, so I've been sitting here for about 10 minutes. No one has came out the back yet. So I feel like I should just go for it. I'm not going to get any less nervous. And unless I want to wait until way after 10 o'clock where I'm for sure that no one else is going to come out, then there's no better time than now. I'm going for it, y'all. Let me get my bag on and I'm going to attempt to climb this ladder and get up here. I'm scared that I'm not going to be able to jump up high enough to grab the ladder. And if I am, I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull myself up. This bag is so heavy. And I didn't bring any rope where I can leave my bag on the ground and then pull it up afterwards. I don't know why I didn't do that. All right. I'm going for it. Oh my God, that was hard. Oh. Come on. It was too big to fit through. That was scary. I didn't think it was going to be so bad because it's like a third as tall as that billboard, but I was still scared. I don't know, y'all. This might be the last climbing one for me. Well, we're up here though. That's what it looks like. After the Lowe's closes, I'll be able to turn on my light up here and give you a better view. But for right now, I don't want to turn on any lights or anything. Just trying to keep a low profile until the store closes. I'm gonna see if I can't get my chair set up. This whole top area is a big slant, like it's high in the middle of the tank and then it slopes down on every side all the way around. So I brought a bivy tent that I was gonna put up here, but because of the way that this is angled, I may just end up laying a mat down close to the railing here and sleeping on that tonight. But I'm gonna try and get this chair up so I can sit down. Hopefully it's at least level enough where I can kind of balance the chair on the back of this rail so I can sit down. And hopefully I don't fall through the railing. I'll show you real quick. I have the chair set up and I have it positioned against these two railings so that I can't actually fall back. There's somebody on a forklift out there. There's two people out back, so I'm going to sit here and be quiet for a little bit. And I'll come back once the coast is clear. Well, I haven't seen any more workers in a few minutes. A car did drive by right underneath us, but that's about it. It's almost 9 o'clock, so I'm just going to keep my head down for another hour or so until I'm pretty positive all the workers have left. And then hopefully I can talk freely and show you around up here a little bit more. This guy just came and parked the forklift outside. So I'm kind of hoping that means he's done for the night. They just shut the back garage door that was open. They just shut it. So if anyone works at Lowe's, why would you leave your forklifts out back in the rain and stuff? I can't believe we're up here. Also, if there are any kids watching this, do not do this, please. It's very stupid. And to be honest with you, I think my days of climbing stuff that's high up, I think this is probably about 4 stories. But honestly, when I got on that ladder, I started to freak out a little bit. Like, it's almost like PTSD from climbing the billboard, you know? I have some rooftop camps planned, and I'll probably still do those, but those roofs aren't really that high. But stuff like this, like 4 stories, like, I don't know, it really scared me this time. Maybe I'm not meant to be climbing stuff anymore. I may have went too far with the billboard and permanently scarred myself. But yeah, nobody else try this, please. You know, there is a line, right? That risk reward kind of line. And most of the camps I do, the risk is very low. And if I get caught, probably they'll just tell me to leave. But when the risk starts to include like serious bodily harm, I think that's probably the point where I should start drawing the line. I've had my eye on this one for a while, so I'm glad I'm up here, glad I'm doing it, but I'm dreading the climb down tomorrow. Still have a little bit before 10 p.m. But I wanted to mention before I forget about it that last week I had mentioned that maybe I was going to give away a bottle of the Alabama dumpster water. I think I still have 3 bottles that I know of left. And so what I'm going to do is I want everyone who maybe wants the bottle to just comment down below, just say Alabama dumpster water, because there's this website that I'm using now to pick comments to read, and I can put specific words in there and it will just randomly select a comment that has those specific words. So if you want to try and win one of those, I'll even autograph it for you. This sounds so stupid. But anyways, if you want to try and win one of those, comment down below Alabama dumpster water. And then in next week's video, I am going to use that website and I'll select a random comment who says it, and then I'll send that person one of them. One last thing, I do realize that this may be the first video of mine that some of you are watching and you might not know what Alabama dumpster water is. So one time I stealth camped beside a Dollar General. There's a video of it, and I found a whole case of water in the dumpster. And then for like, I don't know, a long time after that, every video, every week, I would just chug a bottle of that, and I started calling it Alabama dumpster water. So that's what that is. So Lowe's just made the announcement that they are now closed. So I figure I wait about 30 more minutes maybe, and that should give pretty much everyone time to clear out. I don't see any reason why anyone would be coming out the back doors here after close, so I don't know. I'll feel a lot more comfortable up here and more free to talk here soon. It is about 10:30. I feel pretty safe that I can kind of walk around up here. Like, I'm not going to keep my light on for long periods of time, but I feel okay to just kind of walk around, show you guys what's going on up here, and then I'm going to cook tonight's food, and then after that, we will read comments from last week's video. All right, guys, I'm going to show you around now. I just have my stuff here. I have my fan with the light on right now just so you guys can see. But I just have my chair set up here. I've just been hanging out. On this side is where the ladder is. There's the ladder. As you can see, it's a very narrow entryway. That's why I had to stop, get in here, take my bag off, and then pull my bag in. That's what it looks like straight down. Like I said, we're about 4 stories up. Here's the middle. I actually haven't walked up here because this thing, so I guess it's covered in a layer of foam, or it used to be, but it has some give to it in some spots, which kind of freaks me out. I do believe there is another layer underneath this metal, so I don't think we could actually just fall straight through, but I don't know for sure. There's some woods. Honestly, right behind this water tank would have been a really great place to camp. Oh my gosh. I stepped on a spot and it sank down. Maybe you could see that. Some spots, when you step on them, they just sink down and they rebound and pop right back up. But, golly. Okay, you know what? I'm going back to my side. I think you guys get the general layout up here. I'm going back to my side where I know it is safe. Also, there's these hatches here. No idea what's in there, and I'm not going to open it. Not because I'm not curious, but when I climb up things like this, like on the rooftops, I really don't like to mess with anything while I'm up there. I don't want to give them any reason to come after me. Oh, there's a car coming on the road. But I don't want to give anyone any reason to come after me. I don't want to mess with any of their stuff. Even that hatch, I'm not opening it. I just want to come up here, hang out for the night, sleep, and then leave. I don't want to give anyone any reason to be mad at me, you know, so I'm not touching that. So what I was about to say a minute ago is right behind here, these woods, would have been a really perfect spot to camp behind this tank. I mean, it's a nice clear area back there. And I haven't got out my tent. You know what? I don't think I'm going to get out the tent, honestly, because my plan was to put the tent up and I could tie the end of it, because you have to stake the bivy tent down. I was going to tie the end of it to the railing, and that would hold it up. But we're on such a slant, and it's not supposed to rain either, so it seems like a lot of work when it's just not necessary. So what I think I'll do is inflate my pad, and I did bring my inflator. That thing is so loud. You guys heard it last week. I'm a little worried about using that, but it only takes about 15 seconds to air that whole pad up. So, but I'm gonna just probably inflate my pad and my inflatable pillow, and I'll just lay it down right here next to the railing. Don't worry, there's a bottom railing here, so I won't be able to fall off. Yeah, I'll probably just lay it down right next to the railing there and sleep on that. I don't know how much sleep I'm going to get up here, but one way of thinking about it is that I don't have to worry about any animals or humans or anything just walking up on me during the night, so I should probably get better sleep than I normally do. But, you know, I am sleeping on an angle, so we'll see. But first off, I'm going to cook a burger. And I was going to bring some chips or something, and I completely forgot on. There you go, I forgot something. Dang! I was thinking before I came here tonight, like, whoa, this is going to be 2 weeks in a row that I haven't forgotten anything. But I guess that's not true now. Anyway, so all I have is a burger because I forgot my chips. But I'm going to cook a burger, and I have a soda for tonight. I'll show you what that is. From that here on out, I'm going to try and bring a different soda that I've never tried before every week. It's hard to do because there are lots of different flavors of soda, but some of those flavors are like bacon and other stuff that you don't really want to drink. But I'm going to attempt to do that. A subscriber told me that they were sending me some sodas, so we'll see about that. And not maybe I can drink those every week. But from here on out, I'm going to try and drink a different flavored soda every single week. But first off, let's cook this burger. Alrighty, time to cook. I do have my light on, but there's really no way around it because I gotta have some kind of light so I can see. So I'm just gonna try and do this as quick as possible. I'm just cooking one burger, so it shouldn't take too long. Go. So I rearranged my light because it was pretty dumb. I had it shining from this way out that way, and that's Lowe's, and that's where any cars will be coming by. So I moved it over here so it's shining back this way. I don't know how much that's going to help, but it's got to be a little bit better. Let's get this burger out. Hamburger bun. And this is tonight's drink. I don't know if you can see it. I'll give you a close-up here in a minute, but it is a Stewart's Orange and Cream Soda. That should be really good, I think. Here's our burger. I put this in Moore's sauce. It's like a meat seasoning. I've actually never seen it anywhere other than Alabama. You may have heard of Dale's sauce, but anywho, I put that in here in the bag with the burger. It's been thawing out, soaking up all that, so it should be delicious. You can get that in there. There it is. A lot of people commented in last week's video talking about the light that I had on, but I don't think I showed it, but the front of that sign that said Fort Payne, Alabama, it actually had a light at nighttime that lit up the front of the sign. A car just came by. A car just came by, but it never slowed down. It came by just fast around the corner of Lowe's and just drove right on through. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this thermocell off too right now. So hopefully they didn't see anything. They were going pretty fast. Like I said, there's not much I can do about it. Oh, and what I was saying was that there was a light at the front of that sign. So I figured having a light in the back, most people driving down that highway, I mean the speed limit's like 65 or something like that. Most people would just look over and see a light on, you know, shining from the back, and they couldn't see me, so I don't think they would think anything of it. Also, my shirt that I was wearing last week, I swear y'all, it is not as red in real life as it looked on the video. It looks insanely red on the video, but I swear it is not that red in real life. Oh, and for dessert, as always, I got a nice cherry pie. That's gonna be good. Okay, I'm gonna let this cook, and then I'll bring you guys back when it's almost done. Alrighty, gonna go ahead and flip this over. I was watching this video the other day. This guy was doing like a list of the most useless or unnecessary camping items, and one of them was a headlamp, but it turned on and off with voice control. And I thought that was pretty awesome, because like say right now I'm doing this and a car comes by, a car comes by, I can just say headlamp off and it would turn off. That would be great, because lots of times I panic, I reach up and I'm trying to find the button on this thing and I can't find it. So I actually think a voice activated headlamp is a good idea. Is it necessary? 100% no. But it would come in pretty handy. Now, if you're just doing regular camping, nah, probably no need for that, because you should never be in some situation where you're panicking to turn off your headlamp. I don't know though, because imagine you're in your tent, right? And you can just hang your headlamp up on the hook or whatever that's in your tent. You hear something, you could say headlamp on, and it would come on, and you wouldn't have to try and find it. So that could be a good situation. Or even if you left your headlamp right outside your tent, and if you heard something, you could just say headlamp on, and then it would light up outside, thereby scaring whatever it was you heard. Anyways, I thought it was a pretty neat idea. Let this cook a little more. That's what we got so far. Let this cook a little more and then we'll eat. There she is. Looks good to me. And of course, I did not bring any kind of plate or anything else to eat off of, so I can just lay my paper towel. I have a paper towel. I'll lay that down on top of my lunchbox. So let me get my mayonnaise and ketchup out. I didn't bring any mustard because I couldn't find any packs, but let me get them out of here. Then we'll lay a paper towel on this and we'll make the burger that way. Cherry pie. Showed you that, guys. I showed you that, but I don't know if you could see it from all the way over there. Some ketchup and mayo. I keep mayo all the time now because you guys told me it is a good thing to use to fry stuff in, like grilled cheeses. And I actually tried it at home and it worked perfectly. And here's the drink for tonight. Stewart's orange and cream soda. I have high hopes for this. After last week's Dad's blue cream soda, that thing was delicious. My favorite soda yet. So really high hopes for this one. And I'm hungry. It's 11 o'clock almost. Actually, it's 11:16. Oh my gosh. I had to wait until later though, because I just wanted to be, you know, have a peace of mind that all the employees were gone. I get comments all the time. People are like, tell me how unstealthy I am and stuff. And I know it's true. I do a lot of unstealthy stuff, but if I was as stealthy as I absolutely possibly could be, there would be no video. You got to take some chances, you know. I don't want to dirty up my spork, so I'm just going to squirt the mayo and ketchup on the bun. I'm not fancy. I don't need to spread it all around. We'll do a layer of ketchup on one bun, a layer of mayonnaise on the other bun. Here is our burger. I brought some paper towels to clean that out with too. That's another reason I hate cooking, is the cleanup afterwards. With a rehydrated meal, there is no cleanup. You just throw the bag away. That was nice and simple. Hopefully, it's not all pink in the middle. They're juicy. I wish I could dehydrate a burger and then rehydrate. Is that possible? Not pink in the middle either. I did a good job on this. Let's try the Stewart's Orange Cream Soda. Lucky for me, this is a twist off because I forgot my multi-tool that I always bring. I would have gotten it off. I could have just popped it on one of these railings here on the side, just pow. I would have looked super cool doing it too. Let's give this thing a try. Oh my God, a spider just came down right in front of my face. 2 of them. What? Get out of here. Where did they even come from? There was literally nothing above me, just sky. That was crazy. What if they jumped on my head? Anyways, before I was so rudely interrupted, this is good. Really good. Tastes like a bottled up orange cream popsicle. Is that what it's called? No, dreamsicle? I don't know. It's really good though. Maybe I just really like cream sodas. So anyone who doesn't like cream sodas, it's good. Okay, I'm going to finish eating my burger and then I'll bring you guys back. Oh, there's someone out there. Oh my gosh. Y'all, I've been being so loud while I was cooking and everything. I actually saw some lights over here. That's why I started walking over here. And then this guy was just walking around back here. There's a truck. Kind of scared to go all the way over here. I just stayed crouched down right here. I don't know. He probably could have seen me if he would have looked up here. I have no clue. So much for being able to relax and just be myself. I'm going to have to keep being quiet, which means when I read the comments from last week's video here in a second, I'm gonna have to try and keep my voice down just a little bit. That's okay though. This microphone that I wear picks up stuff really well. Let's read comments from last week's video. I have the last video all loaded up. I just got to hit that button there. And I realized last week that you couldn't actually see the screen. So what I think I'll do this week, when I hit the button and it selects a comment, I'm just going to take a screenshot of that on my phone. And that'll be the picture that I post on the video for you guys to read. All right. First comment. It is from @KennyTurbo. Let me take a screenshot so I don't forget. @KennyTurbo008. Bro, it's been so hot and humid out lately in Alabama. That'll make you not want to wear drawers. That is so true, because this might be a little bit too much information, but the humidity down here makes your drawers just stick all to your body. I mean, you're just constantly pulling those things out. So, yeah. I totally get what you're saying. It is bad. @KeyGray11, you mentioned how bringing beers is other people's thing. Your thing is random sodas and freaking cherry pies you don't eat. I do eat my cherry pies. I don't know what you're talking about. Thanks for the content. Been going through it in life lately, and your stuff is a positive distraction. Thank you, KeyGray, for that comment, man. Whatever you're going through, whatever it is, most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time, it's only temporary, you know, so just hang in there and it'll pass. Almost everything does. And the stuff that is permanent, you know, even in time, that stuff starts to fade away and not hurt as bad. All right, guys, next comment. The Snodgrass Channel 6782. My dad used to listen to the band Alabama a lot growing up. I still like some of their songs. So my dad did too. A lot of my family did. And that's why in that video I said, They were very popular in the 90s. In actuality, I think they're actually super famous in the late 70s and 80s. But in my mind, I was thinking 90s because that's when I was a kid and when my family would listen to them. And they have a few songs I still like Dixieland a lot. It gets played at all the Alabama games, college football games. So, all right, next comment. So that last comment, I forgot to screenshot it. So I just went and searched through the comments and found it and took a screenshot. So it's probably gonna look a little different on the screen, but that's why last week, when I went back to edit the video, I had to go and search through all the comments and find the ones that this picker had randomly picked so I could get pictures of them for the video. And that was a lot of extra work. So that's why I'm taking screenshots this time. All right, next comment. If you want to camp in a place, oh, this is from @Shane8915. If you want to camp in a place that's cool, no matter what time of year it is, try the TVA Fallout Shelter in Honeycomb, Alabama. It's not far from where you've already camped in one of your videos. I've lived there for over 43 years. It's not the only place that I know of. I know all the good spots in northeast Alabama. It's pretty cool. It has a clean, natural spring waterfall in it and a bluff straight across from it that you can jump off of and swim in what is essentially an isolated, crystal clear spring water pool inside of the lake. You just want to be very careful. It's dangerous. A lot of people have died there during my time here. I can teach you what and what not to do. So I know exactly what he's talking about, and at some point in the future, I'm definitely going to this spot. But thank you for saying that, because I haven't thought about that place in forever. But that's definitely on my list of places to camp now. At Brendan, aka Shanks, he says, agreed, this is such a good channel. This may be a response to something else. I don't know, but I'm going to put it on there because that's what it picked. All right, next comment. But thank you for that too, brother. I appreciate that. At Kathy Sexton 4554. Love the video. Thanks so much for sharing your adventures with us. No problem. It is my pleasure to share it with you. It is so fun. Not only doing the camps, but then when I post them every Friday, I you know, most of the time I know, or I feel like it's going to get a positive reaction. But when people do react positively to it and tell me how much they like the videos, it's just so great. It makes everything all worthwhile. So yeah, thank you for watching them. At Atlantapreneur, I see this a lot with stealth campers wearing bright colors while trying to hide. I always wondered, why not wear camo? That is a very good idea. I probably should wear camo a lot of the time, especially when I'm in the woods. I just don't own any camo. But that shirt that I wore last week, I swear, y'all, I'm tempted to take a picture of it and post it, but it is not that red. Everyone kept commenting that, and then I went in my son's room and he was watching the video and I saw it on his, big TV. And it did look pretty bright red. I didn't do anything to the colors of that video, so I don't know why it looks so red. It is actually a cherry red, I want to say, but it is nowhere near that bright. But still, I shouldn't have wore a red shirt, but I honestly had that on and I didn't even think about it when I left the house. But it really didn't matter because I was behind that sign almost the entire time, so there was no way for anyone to see me. With the sign in front of me, the woods to my right, there was a small gap there, but no one could see me through that. And plus these cars are going by at 55, 65 miles per hour, so I don't think it was that big of a deal, but I definitely could have dressed better. But all right, guys, that is all the comments for tonight. It is almost midnight. I need to lay down and try and get some kind of sleep, but I really don't know because I decided, okay, I'm not putting that tent up. It's too much work. So I'm just going to sleep on the pad. And then with the people still being here, I'm like, okay, I don't want to use that inflator. It's going to make too much noise. I'll just lay my sleeping bag down and sleep on top of that. Well, guess what? I forgot my freaking sleeping bag. So now I don't know. Possibly I may just lay the pad down without inflating it and lay on top of it. And yeah, I could hand pump it. But last time I hand pumped this particular pad, it took me a while, like 3 or 4 minutes probably. which doesn't seem like a long time, but it is still probably 80 degrees out here, and I do not want to get crazy sweaty again right before I try to lay down and go to sleep. So I'm going to sit here and think about it for a minute, and I'll let you know what I decide to do. I've decided I'm doing it. I'm going to air this mattress up. It's the only way I'm going to get any sleep, and I'm not sitting up here. The sun doesn't come up until 5 a.m., 5:30ish, something like that. But I'm not sitting up here for 5.5 more hours or whatever not sleeping, so I'm just going for it. Like I said, it takes 15 seconds. I just need 15 seconds of no one hearing this, and we're going to air this thing up. This has been a strange camp. Wearing Reese's socks tonight, by the way. But yeah, this has been a strange one. Ugh. I'm kind of glad that it's almost over with. That's why I like stuff like I had last week behind the sign. I felt so safe there. I just knew, like, I mean, obviously you can't ever be 100%, but I just knew that I was going to be safe there. So it was nice, relaxing. I haven't felt safe on this camp at all. I'm going to try and turn in for the night if I don't slide off here. So I'm a little worried. This pole is a little bit lower than I was thinking. Really quick update. I repositioned the pad. That way these two bars here are right in the middle of my body now. So if I were to roll and somehow get over that bottom rail, the middle of my body will be caught on this. So this will keep me from actually being able to roll off while I'm laying down. I did try, because I know people are gonna be like, why didn't you do it where your head was up high and your feet were low like that, at least? But it's hard to show just how steep this is. If I were to try to put my head facing this way, I would just slide all the way down the sleeping pad. So that's why I didn't do that. Good night, everybody. Last update, for real this time, like seriously. So I used my giant brain and I put my bag up against the bottom railing in between me and the railing. So now I will roll into my bag and I will roll into that divider there. So I'm safe now. Probably. All right, for real this time, legitimately, I'm going to sleep. Good night, everybody. Good morning. I got zero sleep. Trucks kept coming in and out. That woke me up. And this big white bird kept flying overhead. It was squawking. I'm pretty sure it was an owl. I kept thinking, oh my God, what if that thing poops on me right now? But it's about 5:15. The sun is just now starting to come up. Lowe's opens up at 6 a.m. So I'm going to hurry up, start packing my stuff up because I want to be down on the ground before the sun gets all the way up. I'm dreading this part, but let's get everything packed up. Now they open the back gate so that they can drive out of that back gate. This isn't good at all. Oh my gosh. Okay, I gotta get going. I'm gonna stop recording them. Oh my gosh, and another employee just came out. So I got someone there, someone coming out, and there's also a third person just standing there. I'm gonna stop recording for a minute and just sit here. Hopefully they all go back in. The forklift drivers are still right around the back here, bringing pallets out and stuff. This is the exact situation I wanted to avoid. I really thought getting up around 5 a.m. would be enough time to get down before people really got to work, since they don't open at 6. I'm just up here waiting for the right time to go. I've got this camera on my chest, so I'm gonna turn this camera off, put it in my pocket, so I'll just record with my chest cam when I do decide to make my escape, so there's not gonna be any talking. I'll talk to you again once I feel like I'm safe. I have been sitting here for 30 minutes. They are still just coming out on forklifts, bringing pallets of wood and stuff out. It's gonna be hard for me to get down quickly. If I didn't have my bag, I could get down in a minute. I'm going for it. This is the first time that everybody's went in at the same time. Okay, here's the plan. Out here. Swing it around on my arm. Okay. I'm on the ladder. Please don't come out. Don't come out. Oh my gosh. I'm down. Ah, that hurt my hands. I'm down. I don't think anyone saw me. Honestly, I didn't even look over there the whole time I was coming down. But after I jumped on the ground, I looked back and I didn't see anyone. I'm behind the tank right now. I had to come back here because I dropped my garbage bag back here. I had to come pick it up. Okay. Ah, man, my shoulder hurts. I knew that was gonna happen. Oh my God. That same guy is back out there again. Oh my gosh. If he didn't see me, then he just missed me. It's literally been maybe 2 minutes since he went in. Well, about 3 minutes, because he went in and I was about to climb down and another guy walked out, so I had to go back and wait. And then he went back in and I climbed down. Just walking. I'm just walking right by. No one's out there. This is good. Yes. Now that I'm on the other side of the fence, I feel so much better. And the car's still there. I can see it from here. Oh my gosh. Of course, they may have ran in there to call the cops when they seen me coming down the ladder, if they saw me. I don't think they did though. But I'm calling this another good one. I think we got away with it again. So I'm gonna end the video here, guys. Unless the cops come to get me when I'm in my car. If they do, I'll bring you back. But if they don't, thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please think about doing so. And as always, I'll see you next Friday for another stealth camp. Bye, everybody.